What up? What up? Give people some time to come in. Van Man. Van Man. Live streaming. The road on the show. The show's on the road. Most definitely. Weather's feeling great. Set. Yeah. Want to chime in with my community here. Talk with y'all about this bill here. Low T ain't me. Hope you're well. Glad to see you. Same Low T. I hate to call you Low T. Low T ain't me. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. E1 Rafi. What's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Had to take care of some business. Most definitely. Uh, like the video, share. Oh, hit that notification button because I might be doing some, due to my rigorous schedule. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I might want to go live. So make sure you hit the notification bell, hit the bell, and hit all so you get notifications of the next time I make a video or go live. Also, uh, feel free to hit the super chat and also the cash app is pinned in the chat. Hey, this homeless bill. I want to talk about this because many people are worried about this. Is van life over? Uh, not gonna be able to do this, not gonna be able to do that. All I can say is be mindful of where you park. hit the thumbs up. But be mindful where you park. Um, Park in places that are designated for, uh, or more or less they say it's okay. And also, um, I perused it, and there's you can you can look this up for yourself as well. We live in the information age now, so this information is free to all of us. Go on there, you just go on Google and put up, type up homeless bill, boom. And from what I gathered, it was mainly for those people who uh, sleep in doorways, sleep on sleeping grates, out in the open, public camping, and of course vagrancy, and those crowds you see hanging outside the liquor store and whatnot. That's what I gathered from it. Of course, there are towns and cities that are hard on van lifers, vehicle dwellers, and they've been hard on them before this bill came about. Those places, and what I can say is being mobile like we are, uh, don't stay in those places. Find some other place that's more lenient and more forgiving, and and always the same. Always abide by the rule. Show up late, leave early. Uh, don't make a mess. Uh, don't put your chairs out. Don't drag your grill out. Don't This is just for overnight sleeping, and that's that. Uh, for the most part, I don't believe that vehicle dwellers uh, will be any more targeted than we already are. I will say is what I'll say is, like I say, be mindful where you park. Stay in towns and cities that are more agreeable and allow you to park, because the truth is there's always been vehicle dwellers. Long before this van life thing became a thing, there's always been vehicle dwellers. Um, there's always been. Uh, I don't know the exact percentage, but there's always, it's a subculture, and there's always been. What I'm from, or where I'm from, I'm from Tennessee. Um, what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, it's a subculture. So it, it, there's people like myself who love it, and also it's a necessary strategy that I use in my travel, because I would much rather have an outfitted van as opposed to uh, an outfitted paid off van, as opposed to shoveling that money out to a hotel. And I just love the mobility of this lifestyle, because if I'm at work, uh, you know, I accidentally shit my pants. I go down the street to a Planet Fitness, shower up, and I got all my clothes. I got everything with me. That's just a hypothetical. Uh, but the convenience of having everything with you. I've toned a lot of things. I toned a lot of things down. The wardrobe. It's mainly work and a couple shorts for after work. Mainly white T-shirts. One high vis shirt. It's supposed to be one of those cooling and Wiccans, but it doesn't cool and everything's hot. Uh, but yeah, I strive to save money. Throw me some up in the chat. Hit the chat if you're currently a vehicle dweller, or you're interested in this lifestyle, or you were interested in this lifestyle, but the recent bill that has come about has forced you to change your mind, you reconsider it, what have you. Give me your thoughts on that. Yeah, but from what I gather, is mainly about people, about the people who do urban camping. People who, like I said, sleep in doorways and sleeping great people that you step over on the way to work, and a lot of those people have serious drug and mental problems, and the people of DC, they're loving it. Uh, at least the black residents of DC, they're praising the actions of uh, cleaning up the streets bill, and that's what a part of what this homeless thing is about, cleaning up the streets. But like I said, from those folks that sleep openly, camp openly out in public, in parks and everything. When I was in San Francisco several years ago, it was very, prominent. And it's prominent in a lot of your big cities. People sleeping in public spaces. And I think that's mainly. Now I'm not saying that you won't, that there's a chance that you won't get. I'm not saying that there's not a chance that you will get harassed. That's why I say a big part of that is choosing the correct place as much as possible to park, and only show up late, leave early, because you're going to work, right? So if you show up late, be quiet. Show up late, be quiet. Don't be out standing around your vehicle, whatever it may be. Sit in your vehicle and do whatever you're doing, smoking a cigarette or whatever the case may be. It's something about you being out, standing up, walking around, that draws the eye of people, and they might call the police, things of that nature. So you don't want that. So your vehicle, is It's a safe space. You show up late, you know, pour your piss on the grass and not on the pavement. It's important that someone's backing up, but it's important that yeah, those little things right there. Try to keep the spot that in which you park and sleep overnight as clean as possible, and leave it as good or better than what it was when you got there. And like I said, you know, whatever it is you do in your car, you do it there in the car. Uh, gonna be up, out, outside the car, doing nothing. Uh, Stay in the car and do whatever it is. And don't be long about it. You're gonna read your phone, watch your phone, whatever. Turn the light down, and but in a lot of places like Cracker Barrel, parking lots, which thankfully still allow folks to park overnight, be respectful, like I said, and still, you know, don't be up walking around, watch your phone and everything, turn the light down, and let's be as inconspicuous as possible. Shut it down, go and get your rest. Shut it down, lock it up, go and get your rest. And like I said, leave early. And that's that on that. What's up, Swole Mamba? Oh, wait. Roger Sage, what's up, man? Check the chat here. Roger Sage says, at this moment, what's the point of owning a home anyway? In the U.S., even if you still pay it off, you still owe taxes. Yeah, you never own a home, but guys, it's a rigged system. There's tricks, and information was hidden from us all. And but other than that, you still want a place to stay. And all you can do, man, is just basically keep your skill level up to where you can keep your money up and just hustle and survive, do this thing the best as possible. This thing of life that is. It's a lot of bullshit, and don't let that make you crash out and go crazy. Which is another reason why I chose this lifestyle, because it allows me, and I'm thankful for my career as well, because it allows me, it has allowed me to say fuck it to a lot of things. And but hey, guys, I mean, at the end of the day, you still want a roof over your head. And I mean, look, this 70, 80, if you're lucky, years that we stay on this planet is a very infinitesimal time. Make the best of it. Find more good than the bad, because there's plenty of bad out here. You ain't got to really look for it. But look for the good, find the good, embrace the good, because there's enough bad to go around. T.A.M.E. says, trying to avoid a crash out as you speak. Yes, sir, most definitely. Durable, how you doing? Glad to see you. Bless it, bless it. Big dog, we're still talking about America. Yeah, that's where I'm living. Where you at? All is well, says the herbal. Glad all is well. Glad all is well in your house. Yeah. Well, I was talking about this homeless bill ain't more at the public campus, so that's why I try to. I thank the Lord for as well as I have it, because I tell you, you see some people. I see a lot of shit out here in the public, and makes you grateful, man. It really makes you grateful. I don't know how else to express that. We're talking about this right here, because it's been quite the topic on the internet. Well, yeah, talk about it. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the. It was a guy in Chicago. There was a guy in Chicago. And he was doing a Facebook Live. And I guess he was pretty big on Facebook. I don't know how the hell you make money on Facebook. I can barely scrape two nickels together on this damn YouTube thing. So, but with that said, the guy, he was killed on his Facebook Live. And he was doing it right there in the hood. He was doing it right there in the hood, where he had already had 5 attempts earlier on his life. And one thing I can't understand is, why the hell did he stay there? That's interesting. Especially if you're making money. You have the means to change your environment. And the guy, he had worked hard, saved his money, and bought a chain. And that's what he was robbed on his Facebook Live, shot and killed for. But I'm just thinking the money that he spent on that chain, I would have got that. Man, I would have got me a crib somewhere in the country. Some somewhere it's quiet and you ain't gotta look over your shoulder like that. Worry about getting ran up on. And it was around his own people. So he was on his quote unquote own block. But then after the man was shot and killed, instead of the people rendering aid to the guy, they ran his pockets. You gotta watch who you call a friend, man. We throw that well, I haven't done that in a long time, but we throw that word around. Friend. Lochi ain't me. Super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Bless it. He says, get yourself something to eat or use it in the most advantageous way you can. Much love to all struggling. Bless it, man. I appreciate it. Bless you, yo. Bless you. Low T ain't me. Thank you, man. Well, like I was saying, guys, especially out here in this lifestyle, you meet a lot of cool people, different individuals, different backgrounds. But it's very interesting. Like I said, I've had a lot of great conversations. But also have your antennas up. But also, for the most part, I'll say the spirit of a person, especially if you're in tune, uh, the spirit of a person, they'll tell off on themselves. You know, when they're around you with their energy. They'll tell off, but always keep your antennas up. Because, hell, you still need to meet people. And it's a big world outside of where you are. And there's a lot of people that's talking down about America right now and this, that, and the third, but you're doing it in a place where you're allowed to do it. Go over to China and do it. Talk shit about Kim Jong-un. See how far that gets you. You live in a place where you can make money on your cell phone. Live in a place where it's still my belief that you can make it and have something, but man, you gotta really have some hustle about you. And that's the problem with a lot of cats nowadays, even older cats, they ain't got no hustle about them. I don't know where all the hustle went. But with that said, yeah, a guy like that is apparently making enough money to buy a chain. I know that chain costs enough to probably a down payment on a crib. outside of the OK Corral where you can't. I mean, it's baffling. But switching back to the van life talk. Hey, cooler weather's gonna be right around the corner, and I'd say probably within the next 30 to 60 days, winterize what's called winterize your car. You know, check your fluids and get another set of tires if you need them. Start saving up that money now, so you can have uh, some new shoes by the time that weather gets bad, so you won't be short on that. And, y'all see that? Nah. Currently sitting in the parking lot right now. About to shut this thing down because I gotta start my week again tomorrow. Had one day off, man. This 6-day week. But I found my rhythm though. But like I said, this has changed. Excuse me, y'all. It's changed my I still try to get some videos in there, but I'll probably start having some 1, 2 o'clock, 2 in the morning shows. They'd be like 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the most, because I would want to go back to sleep. But that's just the way it is, because my sleeping arrangements have changed. I'm thinking about, I thought about getting these windows tinted and taking this passenger seat out and hooking me up a platform. I might do that, especially get the windows tinted. But I'm trying to save my money. Is anybody else fortunate enough to have to go to work tomorrow? Oh, I'm thankful to have a job that I don't hate. I hate some aspects of it and some of the people sometimes, but the job overall is pretty cool. Especially this current one I'm on. But I don't know where I was going with that. I'm half asleep. I'm trying to find some energy, y'all, but I'm gonna have to give me some rest. Time. So the people watching now. You learn so much what people watch. Like today, I was in Walmart parking lot, right? And I saw this dude. It's some it's something about that. Dude, he was on the passenger side and his chick was driving. I don't like that. I'm I'm the type I need to be driving. And she can pull the car around or something, but no. And a lot of times I think that'd be uh dude license suspended or he ain't got no license or something like that. Most of the time. It's just funny how you can just you can pick that and be like, his license must be suspended or something. He must ain't got no license. Like, I can't see why a man wouldn't want to drive. This is a small town. This is a small town. I saw that downtown. No, I didn't. Not this one. This is this is one of those towns that's an exit off the interstate. It's got a Cracker Barrel, Waffle House, about 2 or 3 gas stations. I ain't gonna venture no further off into this small town, Kentucky town, because I ain't got no need to. But for the most part, ain't nobody gonna bother me. I don't worry about uh, small white towns. I've been through a bunch of them all over the country. It's the cities where the folk that look like me where I have the most angst. Confederate flags. I grew up with them around. I grew up around them all my life. I'm from Tennessee. They ain't never bothered me. I've had I can count on one hand how many encounters or interactions or negative interactions I've had with rednecks. niggas? A lot. I'm being shot at by niggas. Robbed by niggas. Carjacked by niggas. So, all of this talk, this rhetoric that they keep up, man, in this society to try to keep black folks and white folks separate is bullshit, because people realize, and I mean white people realize, a lot of white people realize that there are many civil acting black folk that want the same thing that they want. And we have more in common in this country than we don't. Just like you have some ignorant ass bigots, just some, because they're almost easier to point out now. You know, that still try to put themselves on a level above you, but they don't realize just by the occupation, you're in the same socioeconomic class. And that's what this is about. Class. Ain't nobody worried about color. That's why you have to up your skill level. Raise the bar for yourself. And up the money that you demand. Which will allow you to raise your level of living. Burger King, McDonald's, all fast food, they were meant to be a stepping stone, an introduction into the workforce. They weren't meant to be a way of life. Don't nobody need to pay you $15 to make no damn hamburger, especially if you still get the damn order wrong. When I was working on cook's lines and doing janitor jobs, security jobs, just to bounce from job to job. You know, I was told, especially when I was bitching about how I wanted to make more money, when I was told, it said, man, you need to learn a skill. You need to up your skills. You need to learn something that'll pay you the amount of money that you demand, or at least come close. You know. But that's crazy that people expect to get paid $15 an hour, man. To flip burgers. And it's my thought that America, you know, they want to dumb themselves down, man. They want the rest of everybody else to come with them. And you just gotta want more, man. It's nothing wrong at all with working fast food, any of them. as a janitor or whatever. But you want to make more money, man. You gotta up your skills, man. And a lot of Americans just don't want to work anymore. But what to do? Lucky Rose, good to see you. OT ain't me. Americans are exhausted. Most times, not by body, but by mind. Low T ain't me. Low T ain't me said Americans are exhausted most times, not by body, but by mind. By mind? How they exhausted in their mind? Elaborate on that, please. Give me some examples. And that's the thing I'm talking about. Okay, well, I see a lot of people, man. Well, the average American man, they have more than one job. They have more than one because it takes more than one job. Unless you're in a specialized field, you know. But and that's the thing, you know. You have people that go from one low wage paying job to another to try to piece together a livable wage with no skill or skill set required. There was a time when you could do that. The 90s, the early 2000s, you could have a couple pieces of jobs. You put them checks together because the cost of living wasn't as high as it is now. But still, even back then, I was told to strive for more. You can't work at McDonald's for 15 years and expect to be getting paid $25, $30 an hour. Yeah, them general managers don't get that. So you need to find something that'll pay you. And a lot of it is coming in a specialized field, but a lot of people, like I said, Americans don't want to work because there's plenty of construction jobs available. But a lot of people don't want to get dirty. And that's the trouble with a lot of the youth today, especially the black youth. You want to stay fresh and fly, but that's what showers are for. Go out there, learn your trade, and all the schooling for these trades are free. And you're learning at the same time, you're learning on the job training while you're getting paid. And you'll go to school 1 or 2 nights a week. And at the end of 4 or 5 years, which is what you're going to go to a traditional college or whatever to for anyway, uh, you have $1 million skill. In those 4 or 5 years, but you had to live anyway. So you might as well live in 4 or 5 years learning something that'll pay you more and do better for you in life. OTME says, money spent by constant worry, just basic cost of living. If you get sick, you are crippled with debt. And if anything goes wrong, the hampered wheel gets bigger. It has paralyzed most folks in fear. Okay. I would say that on that, a lot of people they contemplate a lot. You're sitting up and you're contemplating on different situations, this, that, and the four, on situations that more than likely are not likely to even happen. Situations that ain't presenting themselves yet, and people build up all this anxiety and fear in their mind as opposed to working on your controllables. Shout out RCE. Working on controllables meaning the stuff that's under your control. Why don't you work on that? If you're working on that, just like I said, shout out Inspirational Nomad. Self-care. Work on yourself. If you work on yourself, just work on yourself. If you work on yourself, just work on yourself. That alone is enough to keep you busy the rest of your life. Self-care. You know the things that you need to self-care. Proper eating, getting proper rest, making sure you're properly hydrated, drinking plenty of water. You know, doctor checkups. Just taking care of yourself. Looking after yourself. That's enough to keep you busy the rest of your life. You don't have, and you won't have time. And you won't have time to, if you're doing that, working on your self-care, doing everything you need to keep your life together, you won't have time to build up all of this worry, angst, and fear in your head. You won't have time to conjure up all of these scenarios. Because I gotta brush my teeth. Make sure I brush my tongue. You know, so my breath ain't funky. Make sure my hair's together. Make sure my skin's hydrated. Make sure I'm smelling good. Make sure I put on deodorant. Make sure my clothes ain't wrinkly, depending upon what you're doing. Make sure I got clean clothes. Make sure I do laundry. Make sure I got plenty of detergent. Make sure I got dryer sheets. Let me check the oil. Let me check the transmission fluid. Once the car's up to running temperature. Yeah, let me check the fluids, period. Let me look at these tires. probably need to get a teeth cleaning pretty soon. I need to have some dental work anyway. Got a doctor's appointment I need to make. I got an optometrist appointment I need to make. I guess get my glasses. You hear all that? So in all of that, I didn't have time to conjure up anything. Because all those things concern me. Everything that I need to do. Everything that I need to do for myself. Low T ain't me. Self-care. Preach, brother. Most unfortunately try to do everything at once rather than one foot in front of the other. That's correct. Because I found if you first have to step back, look at everything in front of you, prioritize, what comes first, the second, and third, and fourth, and fifth. Organize in your mind. The order of operations of the things that you need to accomplish. That way, it'll keep you from being overwhelmed. And you can still get the task done at hand. Just take time, step back, breathe, look at what you need to do. One step at a time. One thing at a time. I've come into situations in electrical. You gotta do this, that, this gotta be arranged, you gotta move this panel, I gotta do this, that, and everything. And at a point, everything's everywhere. Why is it? Why is that? You step back. And make sure everything's grouped, numbered, and everything. And I handle one thing at a time. One step at a time. And then before you know it, you're busy working on that one step at a time. You're working on this, you're working on that, you're working on this, you're working on that. Somebody could ask you about anything. You're so busy wrapped up in what you're doing. There's no time to conjure up anything. So if you work on that, self-care. Self-care. Self-care is enough, man. Just taking care of you, looking after you. That's enough to keep you busy the rest of your life. You have plenty to do. You'll have plenty to do. Trust me. Oh, guys, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm finna go on hit this bed. Yeah, I'm finna hit it so I can try to give me some decent rest so I can get up, do what I need to do. I appreciate you guys for showing up to my live stream. Shout out to Low T Ain't Me. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you. God bless each and every one of you guys. And the upcoming strong. I don't like to say weak because that implies that you're weak and all of you are strong. So I want you all to have a very good, safe, productive, strong. So then you can have a fruitful, strong end. But first we got to get through the strong. Okay? So with that said, guys, I appreciate you guys showing up. Let me see. Appreciate you guys showing up again to my chat. Make sure you hit the bell and hit the all so you get notifications if I do a 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning live stream if you happen to be up. And yeah. Low T ain't me. You're welcome, brother CPZ. Say your prayers. Most definitely, brother. Eat my vitamins and say my prayers. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Thank you guys again for coming to the live. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. God bless you. Bless you strong. Man, that way.